Probably.
Maybe.
I've
I
started.
don't know.
Do you guys like what I did with the last episode?
It did not ask me what I wanted to name this.
Okay, alright. Well, go on to,
God damn it.
oh, jeez. Go on to our, like, Twitch, like, actual Twitch page, and it'll give you the option to change the name there.
Ah.
So this is love.
What are you listening to? Stop it.
I'm watching these two people in this person's college class. The one is playing, I don't know what game, and then like 7 seats over, this guy is playing the same game. And the person recording is just like, they're meant for each other.
Do you know what
Love is?
this? No. This literally says, "Let's bronze grind League of Legends."
Yes. So when I was trying to fix the stream key, this is where I ended up accidentally streaming until I fixed it. So what you're gonna have to change it to is the platform,
His podcasts.
and then just there's a podcast option now,
Yeah, there is.
which is cool. I love that they added that. I'm gonna have to edit all this out.
Oh,
That's
no.
fine.
Nice. Keep that in.
Thanks. I try to be appealing.
Are you a banana?
No. Do you think more men will like me if like
No.
they hear my burps?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure there's a burp fetish out there somewhere.
I'll make a what? I don't even know. My brain just kicked out. My brain's still trying to wake up from that nap that I took 2 hours ago.
Oh, am I supposed to put what episode we're on? What episode is this?
32,
I don't know,
I think.
32?
Question mark. Just put a question mark. Episode 32?
No, it might be 31. Hold on. I can look.
31?
31.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
episode 31, guys!
Yeah, it's the turd episode. I mean, there is poop in this.
There's poop in this.
Somebody. What am I opening? Chrome.
My pants.
Wait, what am I doing out of my phone? I can open it up on here. Episode
802. Welcome to Apartment Theater, everybody. We're getting the show on the road right now.
It's 31.
It's
31, she says.
Turd one.
31.
Yep, put
Episode
it.
31.
Just put
obviously.
31. That's what you got to put for the title. The Platform 2019. The Spanish horror thriller that captivated a nation.
That's one. Actually, our highest rated movie, instead of it being R, it's
NC-17.
yeah.
Guys, welcome to Apartment Theater. I'm silently dancing to whatever that fucking song is. I can't remember the name of it.
So this is love.
Nope, not that one. Hey Alexa, play Careless Whisper. I don't have an Alexa. That's the song though.
Welcome.
Are we good?
Yeah,
I don't know. Are we good? Welcome to Apartment Theater. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
welcome to
Nope.
Apartment Theater, your safe haven from the Morbius jokes on Twitter. Because
I haven't spent any time on Twitter right now.
it's Morbin time, guys.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm
unless I
surprised. Well, the
I
7
don't get on
people
Twitter
that listen to this show, they'll know what I'm unfortunately talking about, because the movie Morbius went back into theaters because of the memes that were talked about. You can actually watch the whole movie in 30 seconds on Twitter. Someone posted a whole movie in 30 seconds. You can also watch it in GIF form. for some reason. Why not? But yeah,
Why not? Yeah.
It
why not?
gets out of copyrights. So
it's a dumb meme that wasn't really that funny to begin with, and just kind of got worse as time's gone on. So
Yeah.
we're done talking about it. Does that count as a horror movie? Should we watch that?
No.
Morbius? No.
Um,
I mean, it's a horrible choice to watch. So
Yeah. Hey guys,
What?
welcome to Apartment Theater,
We've-
episode 31. Obviously.
Welcome to the turdiest turd episode of the Turd Nation.
Oh my god, guys.
31.
31.
Because Danny doesn't know how to talk.
No, I don't.
Fine.
It's okay.
If
On-
you say threes and it sounds like turd, it's cool.
Danny is a turd.
Danny is a turd though.
She's our turd from our collective butts.
Anyway, I
I don't
think
know if it works like that.
this pick was Danny's.
It was.
It was my pick.
It was Danny's pick.
I almost forgot that I'm the one that picked it. To be
That's okay.
So, I picked the platform. I forget what kind of movie it's supposed to be. I think
It's a horror thriller.
Yes, horror thriller.
Thriller.
It's on
Makes me think about
Netflix.
stuff.
It's on Netflix and it came out in 2019 apparently. I did not know that. I just started to hear about it recently. So these people, they got put into a cell and then there's a platform.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, he signs up, our main character signs up to be in the cell to not to be confused with the movie The Cell, which is almost like the same movie in a way. But anyway, so what happens is he signs up to be in this prison for a diploma. Is that what it was? Yeah, he's getting a diploma. If he succeeds in this, he gets a diploma. And the thing is that you get a month, or you're in there for like 6 months, and like every month you change floors on what you're on, and it seems to be sporadic. But I noticed that it wasn't. So it seems like the worse things that you did, the higher the floor up you went. And yeah, if you try to be a nice person, you would get sent down to the bottom. So this movie basically comes down to nice guys finish last. Tip your fedoras now. Tip your fedoras to the ratings. And
There's a crazy murderous lady that's strangely hot.
she's looking for her child. Or maybe she's not looking for a child because she could be lying about the child. The child's real. The child's just in the bottom floor somehow. I don't know. But yeah, so basically...
That's like one thing that I just didn't get. Because every month... Okay, so this bitch, she wants her child back. Respectful. And she murders pretty much everybody on each floor to get her child back. A little aggressive, but, still respectful. And the...
Murder every person. She only murders people who attack her.
Or a dog.
Dude, let's not talk about that. I was upset.
A wiener dog dies in this movie.
But our main character gets a cellmate with this old guy that's been there for a year, I think it was at that point.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was a year.
He was there for a while, but yeah, he was basically explaining how the whole thing worked. He was just the what's the word I'm looking for? He was there just to explain the plot to your face.
So the thing with that he explains that everybody goes into this cell with one thing. People choose all kinds of different like stuff, crossbows, knives,
A book.
all that, and he chooses a book.
One person wanted an inflatable pool, and we see that way later.
Yeah.
Of all the things you could have is a pool. I mean,
Yeah.
Why the fuck
I
not?
mean-
You could have a bath at that point. It'd take a while to fill up, but
what are you gonna
do it.
clean yourself with? The cake?
Look,
They What, you might get the one guy who asks for soap? Oh, I'm so glad I got roomed up with the guy who has soap. And you just bathe each
Anyways,
other? I think that's a different
so
movie.
I think
fun
that's a different movie too.
fun fact: I was scrolling on Facebook, and
That's not fun.
well, I was scrolling on Facebook, and I found a video of the knife, or at least what I guess it's a knife, that's
The
supposed to
super
cut
knife?
everything and doesn't get dulled or
Doesn't
anything
dull.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tagged John in it. I'm like, it does
Mhm.
exist, guys. Here, I'll tag you guys in it too, and you
The
can look
Samurai
at it later.
Plus? Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
the Samurai
Yeah. I
Plus.
need you to know that that was such a leap in like information because I don't. Did you actually say that the cellmate brings a knife? Because I
No.
think you guys went from everybody gets an item, the guy brings a book, someone brought a pool. Also, I found the knife online.
Yeah, I was confused with that. Okay, so
What?
all right. So the person that our main character, the first person that they're with, his item that he picked was a knife because it's the strongest knife. He got bamboozled into buying some, like, I think it was like one knife set or something, and then he buys another knife set. And he's questioning, like, I don't know why I bought it. I bought this thing because it had the ability to cut a brick. And then you realize, why would I want to cut a brick in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
And that just shows that that was them saying TV manipulates us into buying shit we don't need, which happened in Fight Club as well. They talk about that. This movie is basically Fight Club, but it's just a bunch of levels.
Yeah.
So this dude, also, he's very aggressive, and he can't read, and he's very bored in his cell. And the guy brought a book, so he's just like, "Read me the book, please." And
the book he brings is Don Quixote. It's everyone knows what that book is, so I'm not going to explain that one. If you don't know what it is, you can look it up.
And this guy's very obsessed with the word obviously.
It's his word. You can't say it. I'm sorry.
Obviously.
Kill me.
So, from the understanding too, is when you get thrown in different floors, you keep the same cellmate unless you kill them.
Yeah, then you get a new one.
Then you get a new one, and so this old man, they were on cell 43.
Something like that. Or was it 38? Yeah. Who knows?
I think it was
40s. 48.
I don't know.
Who knows?
And then they
drop your number down in the comments below. Make sure to put your social security number in the comments below, and we'll make sure to look at it.
And so then they go down into the hundreds. I forget. I just know it's the hundreds, and the food barely gets there. So that's usually the floors.
By the way,
cannibalism.
This is the first time y'all have mentioned anything about the food getting down somewhere.
The platform is a
the
bunch.
Entire apartment.
Yeah. So the platform itself is a huge banquet that gets lowered down to each floor, and whoever's on the highest floor gets first dibs on it. Now you would think to yourself, I'm going to approach this not like a fucking maniac and just grab whatever to eat and then move on with my life. No, these people will step on the table, to step all over the food. Some people will shit all over it. They'll just slobber on it, spit on it, whatever, because they only get a certain amount of time to eat from that platform, and then it gets lowered down to the next people and then the next people. So people will slowly get to eat, but then people are greedy and they only care about themselves. So they will eat as much as they can and ruin it for everyone else. Which, once again, the social commentary is that the people at the top will ruin everything for everyone else and take advantage of the people down below. And class warfare. Do you get it? Because that's, once again, it's Yeah, that's the whole movie. So he ends up, the guy is like, "Oh, we can definitely do something here. We can talk to the higher up floors. The higher floors don't want to talk to you, and the lower floors hate you because you're above them." So that's the whole movie, and he ends up. So they end up getting on a different floor the next month. They go on a way lower floor, and that's when shit starts to get riskier for our main character. He gets tied to his bed by the old guy, who the old guy was talking about, like, oh, at this point, you start eating people because you either die by jumping off. We see people jump off in the pit where the platform's supposed to be, but people just give up and they're like, fuck it, I'm just going to jump. And so they starts trying to eat the guy, and then the lady who's trying to find her kid saves the day for the guy, and he kills the dude. And so our main character starts eating the old guy. He lives off of that, I guess, for a little bit, and then
Maggots.
yeah, he also ends up stabbing him a bunch though too, to be like, see, I told you were gonna do this, because the old guy is like a spirit thing to him eventually.
I think it turns into a hallucination rather, out of like starvation and being like stuck somewhere at that point by yourself, because that he killed him like in the beginning of the month, so he went a month by himself. So you start to eventually hallucinate, and so he started like talking to him and giving his thoughts and stuff. They did play it off like a spirit, but it was quite obviously a hallucination.
I just assumed he had gone mad because he ate human flesh.
I thought it like, I mean, eating. Let's not support cannibalism, but I thought the one thing that makes you like quote unquote like go insane, or the biggest thing, is thanks Stephanie. Stephanie's in chat.
I don't even have chat open.
I was wondering what the fuck you were clicking. I'm sure there was somebody that was like, what
Anyway.
do I keep hearing a clicking.
Sorry.
Danny's always clicking
I
something
usually pay attention to that.
every episode.
That's what she do.
It do be what I do.
Driving people insane, I'm sure.
So I listen to our episodes, and honestly, I don't hear the clicking. But anyways,
You're probably used to it.
Maybe, possibly. So he starts seeing the old man, and then he gets a new cellmate. The new cellmate is the lady that signed him into the cell. And
she interviewed him.
She interviewed him to put him in. Also his favorite food. They ask your favorite food to put on this platform. Mm-hmm. And his was like snails or something.
Yeah, like it was snails.
Escargot. And so she ended up in there though because she got diagnosed with cancer. And her item she brought in was her doggo, which was a poor choice. And
yeah, that was a really stupid fucking choice.
Yeah, like I don't know. I would never subject Ryder to that. But so the Asian lady looking for a child that goes down every month. She'll hop on the platform and go down the floors to try to find her kid. Some claim that she's just insane and she doesn't actually have a kid. She just wants to murder people.
Woman very specifically says there are no kids here, no one under 16.
Yeah.
But then we find out later there is a kid there. So even her being an interviewer was lied to about how that system works. Like, she doesn't know how the system actually functions.
She claimed, she was like, I worked for them for like 5 years, and like I've never been told this. And so you find out how patriarchy lies to control people and do what they want. You do see this rich guy in the beginning, and they don't explain him, but you see everybody cooking the food, but they really don't explain who the rich guy is. He's obviously like Hunger Games kind of shit, where
he's the warden.
I guess. He gets very, very passionate about the food being cooked correctly, though.
Yeah.
But our interviewer lady, Asian lady, kills the dog, and they go the next month into their new cell, and he wakes up to her, and she hung herself. So then she thusly becomes like a hallucination, like slash ghost, and it plays off like you're good and evil, kind of like on your shoulders, because she's telling him, "Don't do it, don't do it," and the old man's just like, "Fucking do it, man!" And then they also argue with each other, so they acknowledge each other and stuff. And so I like the idea that they did that. I thought it was interesting. But so then he ends up on floor 5, I think.
6.
And is it 6?
So
Yeah, he was trying to climb up to 5.
Yeah, one other thing about being with that woman when she hung herself. So when they were talking in their higher level cell, at one point she says there are only 200 floors. And that's how many floors that she knows about. And when they wake up on the new floor, they're on floor like 202 or something.
I think it's like 242 or something.
Yeah, it's like way, way down further than what she even knew about. So like, I kind of feel like her suicide was her being like, holy shit, I have no idea what is actually going on in here. They promised me a cure. There's no way that's going to happen. And that's why she ends up taking herself out. And then, it happens to be that, like, since she died, it provides food for him so he can survive, which is, convenient. But
Yeah, then
that I feel like that's, like,
yeah.
kind of important because it's, like, real, because she knows there's no way out. And, it's going out on her terms as opposed to being, like, brutally murdered the way a lot of people are in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty brutal. Then at the end of the month, they do the floor change again, and he ends up on like floor 6 with this black gentleman. I forget his name, but he was trying to go up to 5 because he was trying to just generally get out. He brought rope, and the people above him are absolute fucking dickwads. Because they just didn't, I don't know what they were in there for, but they just didn't give a literal shit.
They did actually give a literal shit, though.
They're like, yeah, sure, we'll help you
did.
up here. And they grab his rope tight, I guess, to the bed or something and start to pull him up. And then the wife, I'm assuming, then shits on the guy's face, which, by the way, that shit came out very smoothly. Very, very
really
smoothly.
Sometimes you gotta have a smooth shit come out.
And so the poor guy like fell down, and right before he was gonna fall through all the pits, our main character grabs him and pulls him over and stuff, and you can see the main character's still a good guy at the end of the day.
I was surprised that he could grab him because the black guy is huge. Like he's a muscle dude. And our main character is this real scrawny guy. I'm like, realistically, it would have pulled both of them down.
Oh, yeah. So the food starts to come down. They get good choice of food now because they're only the 6th floor. But then he's like, what if? She explained there's enough food. The interview lady explained there's enough food for everybody.
For 200 floors.
If everybody takes the amount, like a certain amount. So he's like, what if we get on there and go all the way down to levels and feed everybody the right amount, and then I guess ride their way all the way up. That was like the plan, I guess. So they figured they'll go down to 200 and then get shot up to like floor 0. And Then they go on a brutal murdering spree, pretty much, to protect food. And they run across this old man that I'm going to assume at one point was the black gentleman's like cellmate or something. Because otherwise, I don't know how they knew each other.
I don't think he was, because the only way you get a new cellmate is if somebody dies.
I think he just knew him.
Yeah, he either knew him outside of the prison, or they were on like
different
adjacent levels. Like one was above, one was below, and maybe they like were talking, because you can talk through the levels or whatever.
But the people that were on the different levels, they didn't want to talk to each other.
Yeah, so not always, but I mean, maybe they did.
Yeah.
I think he just knew him outside of it.
Yeah.
Like they were both.
Because there was that like recognition of like, oh, like.
Yeah, like, oh, you're here.
You're here? Why are you here? Yeah.
The guy's also in a wheelchair that was talking to him, and he was saying the best way for what they're trying to achieve is to have a message, and the message was what kind of cake was it? It was cake.
Panna cotta? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's panna cotta.
Oh yeah, panna cotta. I don't know why panna cotta. I really don't.
I think because it was like small, it was easy to cover.
That's it.
And like protect. I think that was it. It was just something small, simple, easy to protect.
I guess so. I feel like though sending a message, you going up to the top floor, bloodied as hell, might be a good message too. But that's just me. So they're going down the levels. And people start trying to take food, and they're warning people and threatening people to take what you need, or we'll give you the food. And everybody that doesn't do that, they slam the shit out with this metal poles. Yeah, aggressively.
They just straight up fucking kill them.
There's a cool samurai pull out that the black guy does with his silver whatever bed frame. I guess that's what they took it from.
Yeah, his metal pole.
Yeah. Love that scene.
Is really funny because it foreshadows an actual katana showing up.
Yeah.
Like, and him almost getting fucking bisected from that, which, by the way, I don't know how he fucking survived that. Unless that was a dull-ass, like, katana. But, like, he's survived for a lot longer than he should have. Yeah, like, he should have just been, like, guts spilling out, like, done. But he survived for, like, several more levels.
He got sliced in the thigh, though. It wasn't in the stomach. It was the thigh.
No, it was definitely, like, his stomach, I thought.
No, it was his thigh. He got sliced in the thigh. They also stopped on that floor and started, like, fighting more because the Asian lady that our main guy kind of made, like, a mutual understanding with was being killed. And so he wanted to protect her. They get into this terrible fight. Everything. He gets his face like beat in and almost dies from that. But the black guy comes out with after getting slashed in the thigh with a samurai sword, just beats the shit out of the guy punching our main guy. I was rooting for this black guy, to be quite honest. Like, that man was a tank. Like, he just took it and then just expelled whatever he took. But so they get back onto the platform after they kill that level, and they're kind of just laying there, like, bloodied up and such. And they keep going down levels and levels and levels until, I don't even know. I think it's like 349 or something. I don't think.
No, there's 333 floors.
Yep. Because there are 666 people. Because it's hell, guys! Come on!
And that's society. Society is hell.
Society is hell.
Were you just shaking your gams?
I don't have gams to shake.
I don't either, but I'll do it too.
God, I think my gams are bigger.
They probably are.
That's not... Don't say that. Don't say that. I already feel horrible about my body.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
As they're trying to, now survive going down the levels, They stop
I
at a
also try
level.
to survive
They
going
still
down.
have the terracotta, or whatever the fuck it was. They
both
still have that.
both what you just said was wrong. It's Panna Cotta.
It had cotta in it, so I was close
No,
enough.
terracotta is like a clay,
pot.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a clay pot. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh no. So
it's okay.
they're dying, and they go to, I believe it's the last floor.
The very last floor. Yeah.
And there's the kid scared under the bed. No idea how this kid's been living. Absolutely no idea.
They've been eating bed frames.
Because I'm under the assumption this kid has to be constantly on the bottom level, because the mother goes down every month trying to find her kid, which they specify that it stops at every level that there's a person on. So it's just like, one, how she's never gotten down to the bottom level. Two, how does she still end, like, so when it shoots back up, how does she still end up back inside all the cells?
I was literally just
How is she always like one of the first people to come down? I mean, unless it's like, you're always doing terrible things, so that's how you're always up at the top. But it's like, it gets to a certain point where you're just like, how did you not just kill everybody? How did you not find the person at this point? Because it stays long enough to where you can be like, looking around. Well, they're not on this floor. Time to go down another floor. Did she just miss it?
I think it was very purposeful, because I think that child has always been within the top 10 floors. And her mother was always below her. I think that was very purposefully done. And then they decided to switch it when things were starting to get really, really desperate, and put the child all the way at the bottom. That, or the child's just been a fucking cannibal the entire time. And people are either sacrificing themselves, or this child is fucking bananas violent.
The child doesn't attack them.
But like, the thing is, the child
is very scared.
The child doesn't look mangled or anything like
exactly.
that. Like, she looks like she's been taken care of.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, she's either been in the first 10 levels like most of the time, or she hasn't actually been in there that entire time. She was only recently brought in, because we know her mom has been in there for, I think, like, what, at least 5 months or something like that. I don't remember. Because I don't remember how long the old guy said he was in there. But she's been in there for a really long time. And because at the very end, when the child goes up, and that's the message, to be like, hey, by the way, chefs, this food that you're cooking for is of fucked up prison and society, like, weirdness.
Maybe they
First
know.
of all, the rate at which that platform rises through that pit, that child would be thrown into the ceiling and obliterated so fast.
Yeah.
When it stopped, it would just gone.
Yeah, which would have happened to the mom too, because at some point she's got to hit something and go right back up.
Right, because they show us at the end that that platform goes all the way down, and we're in a black room of some kind. So either, like, they're purposely collecting her at the end, right? Whoever runs this fucking facility, like, they probably gas her and then go put her in a new room. Or, like, what the fuck else is happening? Because why wouldn't she just ride it all the way back up? And she would be the message of, like, there's really horrible shit happening down here.
Especially if like she's been constantly on like floors where there's no people, and she's on like the most bottom of bottom floors. Like, at some point she's got to look down and be like, I'm on the bottom floor. I can see that there's nothing below me now.
There's nothing here. Yeah. It, like, it's a weird, I don't know if it's actually a loophole or a plot hole that's happening there.
I'm surprised more people didn't ride the platform down.
They probably do.
Like,
Yeah,
Th-
I mean, they might, and they might just get killed, and because I mean, we do at one point just see a bunch of really bloody floors.
And then a guy that gave up, so he laid halfway in the where the platform goes down, so
yeah,
it cut him in half.
yeah. Also, I want to know what kind of technology they're using on this platform because you see no pulleys, ropes, none of that shit.
Magic.
Moving this thing.
There was something
Like,
that I wanted to know, and it was
Yeah.
since everybody picks their favorite food, who the fuck is picking these giant ass cakes?
right? My favorite food is wedding cake.
No one wants to
Fat
eat
guy.
cake.
Fat guy. Has to be that fucking nutritious fat guy.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm surprised no one picked pizza
Yeah.
or tacos.
Like it's all really fancy food. It looks like,
It's like these people aren't
or maybe
eating
it's just
this.
provided for really fancily. I
Well,
don't know.
they said your favorite foods, and when you think favorite foods, yeah, you'll think like pizzas, burgers, maybe, or something.
No one picked steak.
I know.
Someone picked an
They're really-
apple.
Yeah, somebody picked an apple or apples. There from like the little bit of view that we got of the platform with food on it, I don't think there was a whole lot of meat on it, which is weird.
But we also have to think too. This is in another country.
Yeah.
So, like, as Americans, like our favorite thing is always gonna be like pizza, hot dogs, burgers. Like, if you ask most Americans, those are the top 3 things they're gonna say. But if you
God,
go
I
to
hope
another,
not.
unfortunately, it is. If you go to another country, like they have their own like favorite foods and such there. So
It seemed like it was people from different
why.
countries were in that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
might have been like living in that country at the time, or they
Spain?
go
Is that
to-
where it was?
I think it was Spain.
Yeah, I don't.
It said Eastern or like European Spanish was like the language it was in on Netflix. So I imagine it was Spain or somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sounds about right to me. I don't know.
But I don't know the purpose of this black floor at the end though, because he just gets off the platform and starts to walk away for the girl to be the message. Because even the old cannibal man like tells him like, she the message.
She's the message.
So, but I don't know where he's going on this floor of just total darkness, where he's gonna starve to death.
Yeah.
The message is that children are the future, and if we need to teach our children that this is not the way to live, and then if we do that, then society will finally learn its lesson that we need to take care of each other, because if we're not taking care of each other, we're not taking care of the children. Think about the children. Think about the children. That's the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's how it ends. It's just her going up, and then that's it.
It goes up slow though. It doesn't shoot up.
What? No, it totally shoots up.
Yeah, it blasts off. You can go ahead and watch it, but it'll
give me a second.
Blast straight off into space.
It's got some speed behind it.
It's like Charlie and the
it's definitely, I feel like it's definitely moving faster than a typical elevator would move. I mean, like coming down it goes real slow, but going back up, like,
I just opened this video to somebody getting their head smashed.
Nice.
Me.
Okay.
Also, the direct translation from Spanish is the whole, which
Also,
makes way more sense of a title.
The old guy says she will succeed, so he thinks she'll be good too.
Yeah.
She is the message.
Okay, I want to see the extended cut where she just splats up at the ceiling. The chefs are like, all right.
We didn't send that down.
They don't show her shoot up. You just hear the sound.
Yeah. But, like, you can kind of, like, see in the background, like,
no,
how
there
fast...
it is. I lied.
How fast it's moving.
Look at that.
Like, she would absolutely die at the end, unless it, like, slows down as it gets, like, closer to the top.
I would assume so, because, like, at floor 0, where everything goes, like,
Everything's
They're under the
prepared,
assumption that there's still plates and stuff on here. So
I
it
feel
probably
bad for
does
whoever
slow
had to do the
down.
catering for this fucking movie because you had to set up food multiple times to do this.
Oh yeah.
And especially if you had to do different takes. All right, guys, grab
I can-
cake number 400. Man, these cakes are
can-
getting, the whole budget went to cakes.
I can guarantee you that every shot of food that we saw, the food was fake.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure
Yeah,
some of it
like-
was real, but yeah.
Yeah,
So this movie
that's the trick in
also-
photography.
There's a lot
Looks
of
fake.
high ratings on this movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty much a solid like 70s across everything. Also, if you look it up on Google, the cell does come up, but
I'm shocked. I bet Cube does too.
I was trying to see the budget because I definitely saw the budget before.
Millions. It's a Netflix thing. Anyway, so yeah, that's the whole movie. Yeah, I think that overall the movie is okay, but I feel like
It's kind of boring.
the message of the movie was very, do you get it? Do you get it? Yes. Yes, I do. I
Yeah.
do get it. It's like in Man of Steel where it's like Superman is literally Jesus Christ. Do you get it? Yes. Yes, I do. Please stop. I understand. I am not dumb.
I
Oh.
I think the movie's good, like theory wise. I think it's good, but I wouldn't watch it again. Like,
I'm going to
That's kinda
forget
like
that
a-
I ever watched it.
yeah, I kind of forgot I watched it a couple times. Hell, I forgot that I was the one that picked it.
Next movie is mine.
It is.
I'm excited.
So this movie isn't awful. It's definitely not awful. It definitely does a well job to show like its idea of like how society's
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
Literally, because the people on floor 5 are fucking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Get 'em.
I
Yeah.
am curious what some of those people were in there for because
Mhm.
they all made a deal like I'll be in here for this long if you give me this.
Yeah.
So I do get curious what they want.
I mean, it's because our first old man that was the cellmate, he was just in there, like, because said at one point, he's like, I'm not getting anything for, like, staying in here. How come you get a diploma?
Yeah, he says he should have 2 diplomas. So
Yeah.
he was in there for like at least
For
a
at
year.
least a year. We're supposed to have been, yeah.
I
How
think
he wasn't
was
already dead was beyond me.
I think he was convicted though. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he got convicted and he was
Yeah.
in there.
So
Because he
some people
killed
actually,
somebody throwing his TV out the window.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Which
not
is
my
such a-
fault.
Not my
It's
fault.
not his fault. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
He had anger issues.
He had that nice knife though.
I have a little thing about why there are 333 floors. It's a numerology thing. It's just another like
Shocked.
symbolism. That's the word. But anyway, the number 333 signifies answered prayers, a message from a guardian angel or an ascended master. So that's kind of fun. And then Galrang's name, our main character, in Indonesian means fried. So
Fun.
yeah,
If
Yeah.
you
Pick 666
people.
people, which for some reason people love to relate to the devil. Never will understand, but whatever.
That does have other numerology things to it as well. I mean, usually just like sinister shit. When in doubt, play
Say-
Taking it
Satan.
out.
so
Uh,
if you guys had to do the platform,
No.
if you were told that you had to do it, what food item would you pick and what item would you bring?
And what will we do it for?
Sure.
Well, we all know I'd pick pizza.
All right. So Danny's pizza. I'm guessing it's a cheese pizza, or is it a
Sure.
meatza, where it's an all
Cheese
meat
pizza.
Yeah. All right. What item are you bringing?
Yeah, what item are you bringing?
That's a good question.
Oof.
I think I'd bring rope. And that's because, for one, if I have to protect myself, I can hurt somebody with rope. If I can climb up without people being fuckheads, I can climb up. Or I could help people climb up. And if I really gave up, I could hang myself. So there's lots of options with rope.
Cass.
My meal would be rice and roast beef with gravy.
All right.
It's delicious. Fuck you. The way my mother makes it, very specifically, the way my mother makes it. And then my item.
While you think of your item, I just thought, you know how in American, I don't know if they do this in other countries, but in the American prisons, when you're being sentenced to death, you have your last meal, which is whatever you want it to be. So your favorite meal. So I wonder if like they do favorite meal as in like quote quote it's gonna be your last meal.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
But continue.
Yeah, they're probably very aware that most people don't. The vast majority of people don't make it out of there. I was kind of thinking a water bottle, maybe. One of the like big heavy ones, but I don't know. A knife certainly seems useful, or a gun.
Yeah, but you'd run out of bullets.
Just give me an AK-47 with a full mag.
Americans really do like their AKs, so.
They really do. But, like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't that's some, like, deserted island shit. Like, what do you bring with you? If you had one item. I would bring my entire computer. No.
Yeah,
there's no electricity in there.
I
would.
It's
very... I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
For my food item, my food item, I think I would pick. I'd pick something that was discontinued, so they'd be forced to bring it back. So I want like an Inside Out Reese's, or can I get some Shrek ketchup?
Oh my god. That would be
really
miserable.
funny.
Who the fuck asked for ketchup? Yes. Just squirted it into my mouth.
Oh god.
Really funny.
But my item, a DVD copy of Freddy Got Fingered. People be like, you can't even watch it. I don't fucking care. I have it.
Doesn't matter. It's mine.
It's mine.
I can imagine it.
I'll tell you the story of it. It's like I'm reading a book to me, like the Don Quixote one, but I'm opening up the DVD and it's just me talking about what goes on in the movie.
I wonder like how far the last floor goes though. Before you hit a wall. What if there's a door down there? What if?
What if?
And you can't find it because it's pitch black. You only have that little bit of light.
Your eyes would adjust and you'd find it.
What if there was actually 6,000 hands that were tickling you the whole time as you're down there when you're in pitch black darkness?
I'd hate that. I'd absolutely hate that.
What if it was 10 million tongues licking your cheeks?
Absolutely not. No.
What if it was for cats, one single foot touching them ever so slightly?
That was like
So, like,
clammy and sweaty and cold.
Yeah, there's like there's a wart on the bottom.
wait,
No.
there has to be somebody on that last level.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy.
No, prior to the guy. Because they...
Like maintenance.
'cause, like,
Scruffy, the janitor.
They say that it stops on every floor that there's somebody alive on.
I mean, it like clearly hits a bottom.
Yeah.
But if it stops, like if let's say 300.
Well, where else is it gonna go? Is it just gonna shoot right back up immediately? Like, it's gotta stop some point.
Yeah, well, if there's, let's say on the very last level, the 333,
there was a guy there though. It was him. It's
prior to him.
well, he's still on the
Now
platform, so he's technically on every single level.
We're gonna get into technologies here. I'm saying on that very last level, there has to be somebody else. There has to be. Maybe there's like a society that's like
Don't
all the
give
people
this-
that's just given up.
Don't give this movie more than it
No.
can do.
No. I mean, I think it's an interesting movie about our social commentary and the way we handle life and interact with each other.
Yeah.
There are some like graphic scenes in it.
Oh, very graphic.
This movie is NC-17, so children
It is.
cannot watch this movie.
So, for anybody that does not understand what the hell that means, because Justin was saying it's above R, and I'm like, isn't that X? Well, they changed X to NC-17.
They did that a
because too
long
many
time
people-
ago.
Well, I don't remember. I don't watch very many movies that have an X rating, but too many people related it to porn, so they're like, let's change it.
I said that that's not.
And-
I don't know if that's for sure. I'm saying that that's probably the reason why you haven't seen many NC-17 movies, though, is because they don't usually get a wide theatrical release. So, yeah, there is a list that you can check out for other NC-17 movies. I think I've seen a couple, but I really haven't seen too many of them.
Well, in chat likes this movie.
Good for chat.
I mean,
I didn't hate it.
at least.
Yeah,
Like I
hate
wanted
it.
to know where it was going, and by the end of it, I was like,
Yeah, I was
Okay.
over it by the end. Like,
Yeah.
it left me with more questions, which annoyed me more. They have a idea of a second one, which probably is not going to happen. And in reality, like, where's the toilet? Where is the toilet? Oh, where's the toilet, Justin?
what?
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna.
You got-
I'm gonna chuck this toilet.
you gotta throw a toilet, man. Maybe there's one in that shed.
What shed?
The shed by your house.
What?
The little barn shed thing by your house.
Oh, I've
ceiling
never been
came
in it. It's because it's got
Maybe
black mold in it. It's dangerous to
Maybe
go in
there's a
there.
Toilet in there.
Oh, it's gonna stay
It'll
in
be
there.
worth it.
I'm not going near that. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a running thing. When all three of us meet and there's a toilet, I'll chuck it.
So,
Nice.
Boston,
Maybe. Who knows?
there's enough room there. We could, and see, we could, like, chuck it into the ocean.
No,
That's
we're not-
illegal.
No, yeah, not doing that one.
That's illegal.
No, that's
I am not dumping a toilet in the ocean. I'm sorry. That is not happening.
Wait, I don't even know where we chuck it. All right, we'll figure that out. Details
We figured
later.
it was a dump. You know, we go to like some like dump somewhere and just be like, "Yo, toilet, let's chuck it real quick.
The owner be like,
Give me $20. Sure, go for it. Knock
Sure.
yourself out. Don't
Yeah,
hurt
right?
yourself.
yeah.
Sign this waiver so I don't get
Yeah.
sued." Okay.
Yeah. Get your tetanus shot, like
Yeah.
quote unquote, I'd pay for that.
yeah.
It'll be in our Patreon.
Yeah,
The
when we get that going at some point.
Yeah, 50 years from now when the Patreon set up.
Mm-hmm.
When the
I'm working on it. Jeez.
join us next year where we'll still be working on it.
I have a lot to work on, man.
We know. I think that's it. Overall, do we recommend this?
I think people should watch it.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think people should watch it.
I agree with Cass.
It's fine.
Like, yeah, like it's got some interesting commentary in there that I think will absolutely go over certain people's heads.
Yeah.
But
The people that it'll go over are the people that are doing that in real life and don't see the irony.
Yeah. But I think people should watch it.
Yeah. I agree. Give it a watch. It's on Netflix. Easy access.
Okay. Next week, I'm picking a movie. Also, we have social media stuff that you can follow. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, MySpace, Twitch, Friendster. We have a Patreon eventually. So whenever that gets going, we'll have that in our descriptions as well. And we're on YouTube as well, but there's only a couple videos as of now. There will be more eventually, but it takes time. Danny can only do so much.
Danny really can only do so much.
Danny has an editor for her normal channel, so who knows? Maybe we'll maybe eventually have our own editor, and they can do everything, and we can kind of just coast.
Yeah, it's Danny.
Someone besides Danny, so Danny doesn't have to do everything.
Yeah, it's true.
Cool. Yeah. Bye.
Get the fuck out, man.
Fuck
Get
off.
the fuck out. Come on. Do it right.
Fuck you.
Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.